Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Zebulon Brewing Company out of, I know they're right out of Weaverville, North Carolina. I couldn't remember the name of the town. It's right outside of Asheville, but I didn't want to say Asheville. This is a beer that was released about a month ago. It's just called House Saison. It says Saison is bright and hoppy when fresh, but will develop funk and age due to addition of Brettanomyces and bottling. Riverbend Pilsner, rye, wheat malts, Hardtail Blanc, Sterling, and Azaka hops. And it is 6.3 ABV. Yeah, that's the only thing I know about it. I have not had this before. I kind of wish I got 2 bottles given the description in this to see what would happen over time. I only got 1. So I decided to try it now fresh to see how it is where the hops are prominent. And if I really like it, then I'll try to get another one to maybe sit on for a little while. This also said, I guess these ones that they've been doing recently, they say for so-and-so, and they're kind of dedications to brewers that are good at making those styles. At least that's how it has looked from what I've seen. So this one says for Danny Prignon, who is the owner and brewer of Fantôme. So I don't know if this is supposed to emulate a Fantôme Saison. I hope so, because Fantôme makes good beers, but we'll see. Man, I never had that much difficulty getting a cap off that didn't have wax before. See, it pours a cloudy golden color, very big, fluffy white head. So it looks like a fuller head than I was expecting from something with bread in it. Usually that has a rocky head, but that's interesting. It's literally like nothing is going away at all. It's not. It's just sitting there on top. So the aroma is very, very Brett forward. I do get a little of like perfumey hops in there, but it is kind of like that wet hay barney aroma that you get from Brett B. Yeah, this is not hop forward at all. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, yeah, it's not. It is so dry. The only like it does have a little. It has probably more bitterness than a standard saison, but other than that, there's really not any hop flavor. I mean, I guess that's kind of a lie. I do get just a little bit of that tropical flavor that you get when you have like juicy hops with Brett, but it's very minimal, and the Brett character completely overwhelms that hop character. So I really don't think that sitting on this is going to change it that much, at least from that standpoint, because the hops are not very prominent at all to begin with. This is nothing like any of the hoppier, like wild beers or hoppy Brett beers that Hill Farmstead has done. And I'm not trying to say these guys, I'm not trying to compare these guys to Hill Farmstead, but when I think of like a hoppy wild ale, that's what I think of. This is not that. Um, It does have a little bit of a white wine character to it. But I gotta say, like, between how dry the Brett is and the level of bitterness that this has, I don't I don't think it would be very easy to drink too much of this. Uh, and it's just like there's not much to the beer itself. I don't get there's not really any complexity to the malt or any other yeast characteristics other than that dry Barney Brett character. Nothing that I would get from the original fermentation from the Saccharomyces. And yeah, I just feel like this got a little too dried out, unfortunately. Um, but I know some people like that in saisons. But for me, sometimes Brett can just take a beer over and like eat up everything good about it. Um, and I kind of feel like that's the case here. Yeah. If this either had like a little bit more hop flavor or a little bit of acidity, even to counteract that super dryness or that bitterness, like either one of those alone, I'm fine with. But together, it's just a very astringent thing to get through like a whole 500 milliliter bottle of. At least for me, I understand a lot of people like that. Um, I think this was like $7. So I'm not going to say that it was a ripoff because that is a really good price for any type of bottle conditioned saison. Um, but if I don't like it that much, I don't care if it was $1. I'm probably not going to buy it again. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm just going to give this a drink. I'll drink the rest of this bottle, but I don't love it. Um, but I will say, it's made well. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. It's just, it's not very complex, and it's not. I don't like super dry Brett beers if there's nothing else to them at all, especially when there's that. If it just finishes super dry, that's fine. But then when you have something else that's like aggressive on top of that with the hop bitterness, it's just too much for me. So I'm just gonna give this a drink. But I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.